Hey guys, I want to share some few lessons which we are getting from the coronavirus and how the family are operating right now. As you know that basically we have many countries now, they have so many restrictions, and we have social distancing, we have stay-at-home policies, or people have to implement that one. We have unnecessary movement to stop them. Universities, high schools, grade school, primary school, wherever, they have been closed. So things are changing. So I will talk this one in developing world. First of all, perspective. What lessons do we get as family members? And I'm not one to call anyone out, but this one can be a blessing to many people, especially for the marriages and the families. In what sense? In Africa, many big cities, I'm not talking the rural areas, I'm talking the big cities, many people use most of the time in the traffic to go to work and come back. I see people like they have to wake up at 5, drive or get into the public transportation for 2.5 hours to go to work, 2 hours to come back to work. So 3 to 5 hours someone is using in the traffic just to go to work and come back, apart from the time to be able to be at work. So that makes someone leaves at 5, arriving at home at 8, sometimes very late. So for that case, fathers especially don't have time to meet their kids, to see their kids. The kids go to school very early also. The father comes back, kids are already asleep. So you see them at least 2 times in a week. You live in the same house, Saturday and Sunday. That's a very big challenge and a very big problem for the future of Africa. Some families, they decide to take their kids to boarding school. And when I'm saying kids, I mean really kids. 5 years old is in boarding school. 7 years old is in boarding school. That's a problem, in my opinion, for the future of Africa, for the future of your family. Because when we were growing up, I remember when you behave this way, oh, he behaves like his father. Oh, that behavior is Makulo's behavior, Makulo's family. Oh, this is their clan, this is how they act. So you can learn something from your parents. But now, at the age of 4, age of 5, you're in boarding school. You are coming during the holiday. And you are coming during the holiday, your father is working, sometimes your mother is working, and especially the father comes that late. So you cannot learn things from your parents. When you was growing up, boarding school, you can go in secondary school. And in most cases at that time, you were already 16, 15, 16, 17, already a little bit different from someone going at the age of 4, 5, 6, 7 in the boarding school. So there's that challenge. So parenting is a big problem because we don't meet or we don't see our kids. We don't have influence. Who stays at home with the kids? Houseboy, house girls, the maid. Where are they coming from? From the village. What is the level of the education? Primary school, standard 7, standard 8. Do you really trust someone from the village to come to spend time all the time with your kid, to inspire your kid, to help your kid be a better person, and you as a parent, both parents, you decided to go to work and a little bit further to make it difficult for a child to learn something from the parents? That's another challenge. So this pandemic is giving us an opportunity to stay with our children. That means the kids now are not supposed to be in school. In many countries, schools are closed, they're at home. The parents are encouraged to stay at home, so that means you are with your kids. Take the opportunity to learn more from your kids. Take the opportunity to teach your kids to be a better person, to be a better man, to be a better human being. to be a better, outstanding human being ever. It's your responsibility to do that. Enjoy playing with them. And when everything resumes, when we go back to our situation, you will see importance of coming back early or finding a way on how you can be able to spend more time with your children and not just sending your kids to boarding school. Not just see your child on Saturday and Sunday, and during the day you leave at 4, you come back at 10. You leave at work, because of the traffic, you just go out, end up staying in the bar. That's another problem. Where is the next generation of Africa? So the current kids are raised by maid, house girls, house boys are raising your kids. The parents, you have no input in your child or your children's bringing whatever. Yeah. So that is another problem people are having. How are we going to make sure that we have a better future? A better future starts with a better family. We need money, yes. We need our career, yes. But if our career, our money, and everything, our drive is going to destroy your family, you are also part of destroying the entire generation in the future. Spend quality time. Sometimes, yes, you might be that busy, but at least you have an hour, 2 hours to do something with your children, educative things, something fun. It brings a better memory, brings a better person to understand and see all these kind of problems. So that is something, number one, I want to share about children. But for the marriage-wise, people go to work. After work, especially men, go to bar, come home very late. Saturday, Sunday, you just be there for a few hours, go to church together, and then you just go and hang out with your boys, your friends. That's another problem still. Let's take this opportunity of stay at home as a family, I don't know whether you call it family reunion, I don't know, but stay together. Learn and sharing, having good time as a family. It's just like a reflection. You are giving out an opportunity to learn more and see what you can do. But another important thing, it is the time for the husband, it's time for the fathers to appreciate, to see and appreciate the role of women and mothers at home. Mothers are doing a fantastic job at home. Trust me. One time, my wife had to go and attend her sister's wedding. I had to stay with at that time, Faustina was not born, so I stayed with Claire. And I had to stay with Benedict. Claire at that time was, I don't know, was 2 years old, 2.5, whatever. And I stayed for like 10 days. It is no joke to be with the kids, just with the kids. It is more than what we are doing in our workplaces. Yes, we go there, you are director, you are so-and-so manager, you get good money, salary, you just do that. Yes, but staying with your children from morning to afternoon or evening as a mother is more than being a director in your organization. Trust me on that. And if you are you want to say that it's what you're doing is very, very important, like it's better than what your wife or your mother, whatever is doing at home, try one day, exchange the role, stay at your home with the kids, just 2 hours, and you'll see what happens. It's not a joke. So let's take the time to appreciate mothers. Let's take time to appreciate women at home who are doing these kind of jobs every single day, 24/7 parents. That is something else we have to take and appreciate. And for that means by appreciating is also to give them a little bit of hand, give support. And when we come back to work is a normal. So when you come back from home or from work, you're coming home, you don't just arrive in there. Even to get water from the fridge, you have to ask your wife to go and bring the water from. Like, you can do certain things. You can help your wife with the kids. You can help your wife with helping the kids with assignment. You can help your wife by going even helping some cooking or something. You can do something else, supporting. Just one small thing can be able to support someone, even for an hour. Do something. And what other lesson do we gain from this one? We usually blame our teachers Oh, these teachers are just wasting, they don't do anything for my kids. This school doesn't do anything for my kids. We are always giving blames to teachers. Oh, these teachers are not qualified. These teachers, blah, 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 blah. So it is the time for you to shine, my friend. If you see the teachers, you say you are blaming your teacher. They do not give good education. They don't give good behavior, whatever, tell your kids good things. So it's your time. You have your child at home all the time. So teach your kid academics, support your kids academic, support your kids how to be a better person in a behavior wise, and see what is the role of the teachers. I believe 100% that after this time, when the kids are going back to school, many parents will write letters, will create a special gift to give to teachers for what they have been doing. Teachers have been underrated for a very long time. That's why we don't see the importance of teachers, especially in developing countries. Even in America, we don't value a lot of teachers. That's another problem. But this situation, this pandemic, is giving us an opportunity to appreciate people's profession, to appreciate teachers for what they have been doing to our kids, for what they have been doing to our next generation. So for that case, it is time, if you see any teacher, please write a special note. Go and buy a card. Thank you, teacher so and so, for what you have been doing all these years to my kids. It might not be enough on your standard, but what they have been doing to be with your child for 8 hours, 10 hours in a day, even 6 hours, trust me, they are doing a lot. And they, I don't know, when they got their home, do they just go at their home and then they separate their brain from what frustration they are having from school? But what they have been doing, it's just like a vocation. It is just something amazing what they have been doing for our kids. So this is another opportunity for you to take and just appreciate the teachers. And one last thing about what lesson we are getting from here, but I will make a separate video for that, is a time to reflect your career. Because how things are going on right now, whether you are in America, whether you are in Europe, whether you are in Asia, whether you are in Latin America, whether you are in Africa, it is the time to see, am I expendable? Does the job I'm working, if it is something like this happens, am I going to say, okay, from now on, you cannot be able to work because you have to close the office and your job depends you to be in that machine, to be in that building. So if that's the case, you are going out. Or does your job allow the flexibility for you to work from your home, to work online, to work just from the call, whatever? Does the job provides all these kind of things? So it's the time also to dig deeper to see what kind of career you are in. And do you need to make some justification, adjustment, and some sort of modification on what you are currently doing? Or if you're a student, you want to go to the university to change your career, what kind of career do you need to do? So that if you can be able to handle anything like this, because these kind of things, they'll continue coming after a few years. So you need to prepare yourself. I'll go to talk about economy, your income. How are you going to diversify your income? Not only depending on one job or one income, which if something like this comes and shaken, you are completely out. Do you have a side business? Do you have side thing you are going to do? Yes, you are working as IT into government office, but do you have your maybe home-based small work you are doing as a freelancer to help other people, doing something to gain income? That means even if something comes, you have diversified your income. You can gain also some income by doing some logos, doing some website, doing some other things online on the side. So all those kind of things are very important to look at it and see. So while we are in the pandemic situation, while we are in this situation, let's take a step back and redefine our career, redefine our relationship with our children, redefine our relationship with our loved ones, redefine our relationship with the teachers, and overall as a community. How do we depend on one another? And how can we be able to go ahead as a country, as world at one, just to make sure that we are in the better place? So that's my major message on this particular video, on what kind of lessons we are going to get from the pandemic, and how can we be better ourselves once this disease is over, but how can we be able to act during this time of the very difficult situation. Overall, please follow the medical professionals' advices. When they say social distancing, do that. When they say stay at home, do that. Follow the instructions, what have been told by the medical, but also the law. If they say it is 7 p.m. like in Kenya curfew, stay at home, stay at home. In Rwanda, stay at home, stay at home. In the US, when they say stay at home, follow what they are telling you, then we can be able to protect other people. So thank you so much, everyone, and all the best. Good luck.